A disappointing trading session considering the rebound which lasted about 2 days in the markets, and actually 1 day for the broad end of the market was rather short-lived. So it flattered to deceive. It started off looking like it's going to be a mildly positive consolidation kind of day for the Nifty, but rather short-lived at that. We finally saw some selling pressure build in thanks to financials. I'll come to that bit in just a bit towards the latter part of today's trading session, and we closed in at the session lows down about 0.7% in excess of 100-point cut is what we saw on the index. 18,200 levels below that is where we shut shop at 18,196 for the Nifty futures. Similar was the state for the broad end of the market as well. A rebound yesterday but caved in today, although started off very well, while the large caps or the Nifty began cooling off much earlier. In the latter part of today's trading session, you saw the pressure build in for the broader end of the market as well, which finally completely reversed hands and then closed in with 101 F&O stocks actually standing to the declines. So where did the pressure really coming in from? It was largely financials and heavyweights like an Axis Bank, which cracked about 6%, Bajaj Finance, which was down about 5.25% in trade, Tata Motors lost 2.6%, Bajaj Finserv, JSW Steel, Hindalco, Unilever, IndusInd Bank, Kotak Bank, Tata Steel, these were all stocks which were weighing heavy on the markets today. Similar was the case with the broader end of the market as well, where you had Z, Torrent Pharma, Nalco, Bandhan Bank. These were all stocks which were acutely under pressure today. On the flip side, though, some stocks actually held out as well. So it was a fair amount of tug of war which was playing out. Maruti spiked up 1% after its numbers, though they were a disappointment on all counts, be it the PAT, margins or EBITDA. The revenue, of course, was above, and, disappointing management commentary as well. But that stock spiked up 1%, fell 0.5% from there, and then closed in with a 0.5% gain. UPL, Asian Paints, Divi's Labs, United Spirits, Godrej Consumer Products, Persistent, UPL, these were some of the rank outperformers in trade. But that said, a lot of earnings reactions as well is what you saw today. The day began with reacting to Kotak Bank's inline set of numbers, also inline performance from a Cipla, from a NAM India, from a Canara Bank. Persistent Systems as well was an inline set of earnings, as was the case with Zensar Technologies as well. Below street expectations for a Torrent Pharma, for an Axis Bank, Ambuja as well as ABB, which is why I guess what explains why an Axis as well as Torrent Pharma were losers today. You had Hindalco, which was in focus ahead of Novelis's numbers, and then of course you had Dr. Lal as well, which acquired Suburban Diagnostics. That was another stock which was in focus. But in the thick of earnings, and it doesn't end here, tomorrow as well is an acutely heavy earnings day as well. So let's see which way the markets go from here, because stocks which are going weak into its earnings, they're not really seeing much of a reaction, but stocks which have been a rank outperformer in the second quarter, they are the ones which are seeing a bigger sell-off after their numbers, even if the numbers are in line. So that really is the texture that we're currently playing with.